Welcome to Lead the Way podcast. Thank you for joining me today, Sam. Could you please just tell me more about yourself?
So, hi everybody, my name is Sam Squire. I'm currently CEO of Inspire2ignite, which is a community and trust company that supports underserved young people in society and provides them with transformational experiences and programs to activate them into the economy and also their local communities. So my background was in professional football. So I was in the same club for 11 years, achieved my dream of becoming a professional footballer. And then I was going to sign or hope to sign my second contract as a professional footballer, and then told I was like another one. 7 days before the season was going to finish, and then I was in a position where I had no job, I had no further education opportunities, and I didn't know what I was going to do for the rest of my life. So that's why part of the motivation for starting Inspire to now.
So it's clearly a very powerful mission that yourself and others have. I mean, I was lucky enough to be invited to Ideas Fest. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? You know, the amazing opportunities where you could meet angel investors, entrepreneurs, Simon Squibb, which was amazing for me. Shall we talk more about that and the opportunities behind it?
Yeah, Ideas Fest was really cool, and Francesca James and her team that run it are incredible as well for giving us the platform to give yourself and 20 others, it really was, free tickets, which was so cool. And we were in a position where we actually were able to take the whole team down there. And like I say, we're kind of assembling our board at Inspire2ignite, and we've got some angel investors actually on our board that you kind of got to have conversations with. And I know you've done an excellent pitch at the speakers corner, I think it was called, where you got to pitch your vision for what you wanted to do with your life as well, which I thought was incredible. And yeah, it was just an epic couple of days. Me and Alex Hughes, who's the founder of Inspire2ignite, we went to the first Ideas Fest 2 years ago. Ended up turning up on day one. Had no tent pegs when we were meant to be camping. And then the next that same night, we ended up at an after party with just like some of the most incredible entrepreneurs at the event. And then the second day, ended up meeting Steve Bartlett on a very minimal sleep. So it was an amazing weekend.
It's incredible. So I would, I'll ask anyone to go if they can because of the amazing opportunities behind it. And the cool thing is as well that such high-end individuals are just walking around, speaking to anyone. There's no VIP areas where they're just sectioned off from everyone. You can go up and speak to them about you, and get more information about them. So obviously, success stories can be really incredibly motivating. Is there a story within Inspire2ignite that has really touched you and made you feel, wow, that's incredible?
Yeah, so one of my favourite stalls from Inspire2ignite was sorry, no, I'm just let me quickly you and then I'll let these people go. That's cool. One of my favourite stories from Inspire2ignite, we've worked with 12,500 young people since launching in the last 2 years, so it's been incredible. And from the very get-go, we had people that we've just started working with who are now progressing and developing their own businesses, and now we're employing other people and supporting them as well, which is incredible to see. So people that have actually become those that have wanted to get that support in the first place and now helping others. And one of my favourites is Bailey, who you met at Ideas Fest. So his story, he was a 15-year-old at the time, and instead of being like a tomb raider, he was a loft raider. So he raided his parents' loft, ended up collecting all of the things, taking it downstairs with his brother, selling it, and then they created their own cookie cutter company. And in the first year, they done £30,000 revenue, and then ended up getting sued by Barbie when Barbie came out, and now he's got his own AI consultancy, which is incredible. So that's my favourite one so far.
No, that's incredible. So obviously, you've got the motivating side of it, and then you've got the more challenging side. So, as a CEO, what are the biggest challenges that you personally face?
Really good question. Um, to be honest, you come across challenges every single day, but one of my the greatest challenges is having a sustainable model. So any startup, you always come across those first few years, especially, and even the first year, like getting respect in the market, and then actually having that sustainable income coming in. It's very challenging, like especially as a community interest company or in the third sector. Um, it's very different to that kind of direct to consumer potential if you're in that kind of limited company, or even if you're hopefully one day going public, where you can potentially go straight to the consumer. Whereas with us, like we can't. One part of our principles is actually we want everything to be accessible for young people that need it most. We can't, if our mission is to support young people, they're underserved in society, we can't then go and charge them stupid amount of money. So part of our mission is to ensure that that doesn't happen. So as a result of that, can you hear me right?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. Part of our mission is to ensure that that sustaining income is coming in. So this is where we have to kind of look at kind of tapping into grants, tapping into kind of corporate partners, but then we also potentially taking in like government contracts as well. So that's where we have to. The way I kind of describe it is like you go up to a bar and you've got different soda streams. You have to kind of tap into different soda streams in order to get that income coming in. So that's what I've done. But also all the realities of being like a co-founder as well is that like not every day is completely different, and you have to regulate your emotions in order to be able to achieve success. Like you're going to come across these challenges every day, but the most important part is how you regulate yourself and look after your body and your mind. Like there's been times in my journey personally where I've neglected that aspect of myself, and as a result of that, that's when my performance has been at its lowest. So obviously with my background in professional football, I knew how to like train the best I possibly could, eat the best I could, sleep the best I could, and also you have to live your life as a high performer in business the exact same way as you would if you were an athlete. And understand there's some people that go like, oh well, I don't have the time, or I haven't got a lot of energy. Actually, as a result, you'll find that if you do those good things outside of business, actually you have more energy and focus and can achieve more when you're in the business. So that'd be my thing as well.
Okay, cool. So, are there any upcoming projects or initiatives that you and Inspire to Ignite are excited about? I do remember the conversational blocks, which was a really cool idea. I've seen that work really well. People were really enjoying that. So, yeah, have you got anything exciting coming up?
There's always exciting things coming up at Inspire2ignite, if I'm honest. So like I said, one of them is the Curious Conversation Blocks, which is a educational tool that I began developing about a year and a half ago that uses tumbling blocks and the power of coaching conversations to create meaningful conversations between young people and different generations. And the way it works is you roll the dice and imagine like a tower of 60 tumbling blocks, 3 by 3, and probably about 2 to 3 foot high. And what you do is you roll dice, whatever colour you get, you then choose a colour block. We've got self-awareness, challenges, communication, vision, and I think that's all of it. And then what you do is you then pick the colour dice you had it with a card, and then if I picked red, for example, that I'd have a challenge, and then one of the challenges could be sell Kyle with blocking 60 seconds. And then I then have to pick the block, and then that's where I get my dopamine hit. So I've used it with over about 5,000 young people in the last year and a half since I began developing it. Obviously, each iteration is going to be better, more accessible, looking at what questions work best, what challenges work best, and we've got a really interesting product. So that's now crowdfunding for that, and our original target was 10,000, so we're just under 25% of the way there at the moment. And once we hit that, we'll then look at going into the manufacturing process with that, which is really exciting. And I truly believe it could be an international product. So watch this space for that. Another project we are going to be launching very soon is something called Young Person Ready. So which basically endorses businesses in the UK and potentially internationally around ensuring that they're young person ready, and young people understand that those businesses are ready for them and they're accessible for them, but also businesses to the wider market to showcase their commitment to young people and ensuring that they have the right environment and being proactive to ensuring that young people can basically be engaged and also developed in their organisation. So what we'll find is that over the next year especially, we'll be basically asking thousands, tens of thousands of young people what is important to them. And then off the back of this is where the young people will have the power, because then we'll ask businesses, okay, what can you do for young people? And then all of the scoring is based on what the young people want. And then as a result, we'll then score the businesses if they're young person ready. And then we'll have quarterly reports to showcase to the community, the wider community, the business community, about different trends that young people are looking for within the workplace market. And then also become that kind of the go-to organisation for young person engagement and also that workplace readiness for businesses. So yeah, really exciting for that as well. Again, so we've got, for the first time, obviously we've been not a service provider, but we're a community, but we've very much of our work is like face-to-face work, whereas now we're actually launching two products that are, and services that could be national.
Not only national, Sam, but hopefully worldwide. You never know. So, is there a way that if someone in the audience is thinking, "Oh, I really want some conversational blocks," is there a way they can secure that? Or
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've got the crowdfunder link currently up and running. So what I'll do is if you put into the web Inspire2ignite crowdfunder curious conversation blocks, it will come up, and that's where you can donate as big or as small as you wish to the mission. And as a result, I'll give you a personal shout out on our social media platforms. And then when the manufacturing process begins, depending on the size of the donation, you can get your own set of blocks. And then ideally in the future, once we've got that manufacturing process all up and ready and we know exactly how it works, that's where people can then begin actually customizing their set. So you could have one for your podcast that you could potentially do with future guests, and I'll make sure all of our team sign it for you. We could even get a Kyle crest
yeah,
integrated in there as well.
that'd be great. So, is there a way that so can businesses donate then? So if there's any businesses, small businesses watching who believe in inspiring the younger people, can they just go on to the same thing and donate as usual?
Yeah, exactly. We've had businesses. I think the most businesses donate so far is for 11 sets, which is incredible. So as a result of this, 17,500 conversations will be activated in local communities. And part of our pledge for this activity is as a result, for every two sets that are purchased, one of them will be donated to a youth hostel, special educational needs school, alternative education provision, could be a secondary school, or even like a local community group of that individual's choice.
Cool. So I will put the link to that in the video description if anyone's wanting to donate towards that great cause, if that's okay with you, Sam.
That'd be amazing. Thank you very much for the plug as well.
No, of course. I mean, I fully support what you're doing because you're helping people like myself. So, it's incredible with what you're doing. I really do appreciate your time, Sam. It's been incredible having you on.
Yeah, it's all good. And I'm curious as well. How did you find out about Inspire2ignite, and what's been your experience so far?
So it's a great story how I managed to find out about Inspire2ignite. I was on a Discord call, Help Bank, if any of you know that. Specifically, Jacob Trainer was telling me about yourself and Alex. And he said, okay, go to Inspire2ignite. They will be able to help you with the podcast and whatever you need help with. So I got in contact with you, I believe. And then we started speaking and I got involved with the community. There's amazing people there, and the help that it's done for me, being able to pitch was amazing because I love speaking publicly, and any more opportunities like that, I'd quite happily take it again. So Inspire2ignite has been great to me for opportunities, and I will always follow what my auntie Betty said. Take every opportunity that's put in front of you. Never say no to an opportunity, because what's the worst that can happen? You've got a new skill.
I love that. Well, guys, you've had a positive experience so far, and thank you to the Help Bank community for connecting us. And it's only the beginning. That's what it is very exciting about. Obviously, meeting individuals like yourself is like we've only just got started. Obviously, you had your first experience with the community at Ideas Fest. I'm really excited for you to come and speak at one of our events in person and inspire people. Um, and I love the fact that I love that kind of principle around saying yes to every opportunity. I would also kind of challenge that as well. So once you say yes to everything and you've got loads of opportunities coming in, then you've got to flip it and then you've got to say no to as much as you can. So you want to keep doing what you're doing, and then that's the most difficult thing as well. Something that I'm not very good at as well, because I love helping so many people. If you say yes to everything, you end up not being able to help yourself. Sometimes that's one kind of lesson that I definitely would share with your listeners and community. But definitely, I love your mindset. And one thing I love about you, Kai, was your persistence and your relentlessness, and that's really important as an entrepreneur. But also at a human level, like you can apply that to so much in your life. Like it could be relentless kindness, it could be relentless desire to succeed and to get opportunities in your life. And one thing I got some feedback from someone at Ideas Fest and met you, and he's like, this kid is absolutely relentless and he won't stop hustling me, but that's what you need to do. So keep it up, and I'm sure you get many guests more with more reach and like with more reach and should I say incredible minds than myself as well. So I'm very grateful to be the first guest, but I'm also excited for the incredible minds you get on afterwards as well.
Of course, thank you for that, Sam. As I said, I'll put the link in the video description for you, and let's try and succeed together.
Wicked, mate. Well, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for all your future other podcasts as well. So
Thank you very
may
much.
this be the first of a very successful series.
Of course, thank you, Sam. I appreciate this.